down to the mind, you know what I'm saying? Like, are you overlooking God's blessings? You know what I mean? Like, your sound mind. Like, really stepping into who you was meant to be. You know, like, a lot of times we be praying for that blessing and not even understanding we in the overflow. You know, a sound mind is one of the greatest things that God could ever gave us. You know what I'm saying? Like, we overlook that? You know what I'm saying? Like, 5 things you probably overlooking that we take for granted. You know what I mean? I do it. I've done it a lot, but I didn't start really paying attention to, like, man, thank God for my mind. You know what I'm saying? Through all the things I've been through, I still got a stable mind. You know, even after all the chaos, all the trauma, all the things I've been through, and it's like a reset, a refresher. And I know that's all because of God. And you know what I mean? Like, you know, I think we just fail to sometimes realize the power that God has in our life. And the little things that we take for granted can take us to that next level. And that's what I'm really about when I say, is there 5 things you probably overlooking that really could open your eyes up to that next level? Them 5 blessings. And one of them is a sound mind. Number 2, the power to choose again. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you make a mistake, you can pivot. You know what I'm saying? You get to decide if you want to live this life the way you live it, or you get to choose to change it. You know, everything we have, God has given us that chance to correct it while we still here. You know what I mean? Like, we get that opportunity. You ain't got to be perfect. You just got to say, I'm going to show up every day for me. You know? I think sometimes we just really don't appreciate that everything we need is right inside of us. You know what I mean? Like, we pray for certain things, but we already got it. You know, I think sometimes we just don't ask God just to help us tap in. And he be waiting for us to ask for that, you know? Um, the little voice inside of you, number 3. No, that thing that be like, you can do it. Just keep pushing. Or when you want to give up, it's like, I know I can do this. Or when you so close and you know you done tapped into that little bit of faith you got it, that voice like it's coming. And it shows up, you be like, yeah. But that's just that thing, like, we kind of like eating the people in Egypt, in Israel, all of that, right? All these things still play a part. You know what I mean? Like, he can take us out of situations, then we find ourselves in another situation and we don't lean on him the way we did in the first one. You know what I'm saying? The way we did in the first season. You know what I mean? We should be stronger in the second season than we was in the first season. We done seen how he showed up. Sometimes we forget that. You know, that's why I say, are we overlooking that unlocking of who we truly are? You know what I mean? Like, sometimes we got that genius that we just want to sit still on just long enough to get the answer, and we get to stressing out. Stressing is a block. He said, if you believe in me, why are you stressing? See what I'm saying? But we'll read the book. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us read the book. But, are you really tapping into the word, or are you just reading the book? Are you practicing that in your life every day? You know what I mean? See, I can't say I read the book. I say I practice these principles in my life every day. I learned how to tap into something that's inside of me, not outside of me, inside of me. He said a word is inside. You just got to tap in. The first thing you got to do is believe in me. Just saying. Story of redemption. Think about this, right? Everything we've been through is a story that's undeniably, unshakably can help other people. It's your authority because you've been through it. It's your identification, authentication of saying God is with me. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we take the blessing, the lesson, and don't get the blessing. Okay, yeah. We'll take the lesson, but we won't get the blessing because we too busy in the lesson and too busy talking about how bad it is in the pity party instead of learning from it, being able to share it, being able to be like, this is what I did, this is how I overcame it. That's your testimony, right? See, we don't walk in authority. You know what I'm saying? He give us this body to breathe without an oxygen mask. Or, you know what I'm saying? Your lungs work good, your hands work good, everything working good, and you still complain. You got a healthy mind. You can see all of these things. And once you start to embrace the principles of life, the principles of life, you start to enjoy life. You'll start to understand your identification. You'll start to understand the authority he put in you. And if you ain't carrying your authority, somebody else is carrying your authority for you. See what I'm saying? Do you feel that? Because see, it ain't what people. It ain't what you do when everybody looking. It's what you doing when ain't nobody looking. See, sometimes we thinking that, man, I ain't getting this, I ain't getting that. Be grateful, because when your time comes, he gonna have you well prepared. We, as human beings, can always see what we ain't got. But when we start with what we do got and be grateful for what we do got, he add more on to that, right? But you gotta be happy with what you gotta be happy with what you do got. You gotta be ready to start from where you at, not for what you ain't got. And be good in that moment. Be good in that essence. Your gratitude is your altitude. They say your attitude, but I believe if you got the right gratitude, you're gonna have the right attitude. And that right there is your aptitude to the next level. You know what I mean? You gotta practice to get to that level. Anybody that plays at that next level in sports, you think they caring about when they out there taking that next shot and somebody watching them taking that shot? Nope. They taking that shot in the dark because they know when the light's on, it's gonna be time to shoot, and they ain't gotta worry about it. They done practiced that shot 1,000 times. See, sometimes we get so wrapped up into what people say we can't take action. Don't be blinded by what you ain't got. Work on what you do got. Tighten that up, and everything else will be added on to you. You know, I want to be your example that you ain't gotta be the person that's getting 1,000 views. You just gotta show up for you. Say what you gonna do. If you say you gonna do something, show up for you. And the more you show up, the more you prove to yourself, the byproduct is it carries on. See, you gotta be so confident in yourself. That's why it says 90% mental, 10% work. Because if you ain't got the 90% mental in, that work is gonna be very, very difficult. Because the little words that come will eat you apart. That little voice in your head will eat you apart. Because it ain't never been uncomfortable. You gotta teach it how to be uncomfortable to win. You gotta do what it say. Don't do that. We can't do that. You gotta do that. That's what I had to do. Listen, I hope that this is feeding your soul every time somebody be like, I need something. I hope you reach out, grab this. I hope it hit you in your gut. You know what I mean? Pull you in. Because listen, we're here for a short amount of time. And the clock of where we at and the time that's coming is gonna speed up time so much even more faster. So I mean, I hope you take advantage. Description, the link, if you just want to go check it out, is in the description. You know what I'm saying? Just hit that link. Go check me out at Stand.Store. You know what I'm saying? But lock in. Let this be your greatest year. Let the second quarter be your greatest quarter. Till tomorrow, 7:30. Lock in.